Welcome back. So we're doing notice motions now.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So they can talk to it if they have to. So the first thing we're bringing up is number 21, the notice of motion, which I'm happy to second, and I dare say Andre, who's made it, is happy to move it. Is that right? For the Brougham Street upgrade funding. Would you like to? No, you move it, I'll second it. Okay, righto, so far away.
Yeah, we've jumped up the agenda. There's a notice of motion about run to the Minister of Transport regarding Brougham Street funding. So it's just in light of 4,200 new homes being fast-tracked in Rolleston, which would inevitably have thousands more vehicle movements every day using Brougham Street. I do appreciate the Mayor's already written to the Minister in July on this, but the situation's obviously changed because what's being fast-tracked is 4,200 new homes, while the infrastructure needed for them is actually being slow-tracked. And I won't go as far as trying to estimate a calculation, but 4,200 homes and the amount of GST paid in all of those is quite a significant sum of money and would damn well go towards probably being able to pay for the Brougham Street upgrade. So yeah, we have written before, situations changed, and I just feel like it would be irresponsible of us not to say anything after having that in the same year as slow tracking the project. So that's why I'm here today, and just why I think we should be running.
Just to put you in the picture, the little bit I've done, I rang NZTA, and their plans are just about finished, and from what I'm told, they haven't stopped planning. They will be done by the end of the year, and they'll be presented to us next year, very early next year, to say this is what we're thinking. Then they'll be put in the top drawer ready to go. And the word I'm hearing is the money may be coming a wee bit faster than what we thought, but there's no date on it. So they haven't stopped. It's not as if, we need the funding, we'll take 18 months to design it and play around with it. It's just about finished design, and it'll be in there ready to go. So hopefully we'll be online. But I'm more than happy to write another letter or ring or go up or whatever. Sarah.
Kia ora. The Brougham Street upgrade has been an important project for the local community for a range of reasons, more so than for those maybe travelling into the city from outer districts. The Brougham Street's currently what they call a severance point for the community, so it cuts through these communities. And the Brougham Street project has aspects of it which enable that community to reconnect again. It makes crossing it easier and makes it much easier for the community. However, it can do things that encourage more traffic into town. So encourages people to live elsewhere when they think it might be easier to travel. And while I'll vote in favour of this today because of the community stuff, the key thing we should be doing, and it's in the staff advice, is asking for our mass rapid transit. The thing that will make the most difference in the medium term for getting people in from the outer districts into the central city without clogging up our streets is having a form of mass rapid transit, whether that's light rail or trackless trams or something like that. And it's been incredibly disappointing that the funding for that has disappeared in the last year, and that's the thing that will make the most difference to us as a city. It makes a big difference for the spatial planning, for intensification, and for our emissions as a city, and for how much our streets get clogged up. So while we can't alter this now that it's been moved and seconded, I do want to keep raising the issue of MRT and making sure that as a city and as a council that it's still on our radar and it's something we're still pushing for. Thanks.
Excellent. Mark, please.
Yeah, happy to support Councillor Moore in this. I think the more we can raise our needs and concerns with the government, the better. And certainly with the fast tracking of the extra properties out in the Selwyn district, and naturally they'll be using this corridor into town. It's already a major congestion point, and to get this some visibility into the provision of the overbridge here and Brougham Street upgrades, I think is absolutely vital. Also keen to pick up on Councillor Templeton's comments there around the sort of lack of visibility of a way forward for our public transport solutions here in Christchurch. I mean, the PT Futures has been basically parked and not funded. The MRT has been ignored at the expense of Auckland and Wellington getting attention. They're forcing on us the looming decision around PC14 and intensification, and not to give us the visibility on transport solutions to cope with that, I think is irresponsible. And hopefully we can get the attention of the government through letters such as this to get Christchurch back on the radar and realise that the second biggest city in New Zealand needs some visibility on its future.
Yanni.
Yeah, I just wanted to ensure that the letter includes the request to upgrade the rail crossing on Garlands Road that NZTA hopefully is responsible for, because if we're going to get the improvements on Brougham Street that increase traffic and cycling and pedestrians, then I hope that we can also make sure that they do look at that Garlands Road intersection with Kiwi Rail. So just wanted to check if the letter will incorporate that request as well.
We'll need to probably find, when they're designing it, I'd imagine that would take it in, but we can...
They haven't, so far as I understand...
I haven't seen the plan out that far.
They haven't included that area, so that's where the Port Hills Road, Apara Road, Garlands Road come together, from where Brougham Street...
So we need to come back with some advice around that, because that's a new request from today. We haven't been able to provide advice on that. So before making that decision, you'll need some staff advice.
I was just mindful of the fact that because of Kiwi Rail's new requirements on us to build the infrastructure, that should be a requirement that goes hopefully on NZTA, not us.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, I'm not sure how far the Brougham Street stretch goes. I'm thinking that it only goes to Old Wilson's Road, but I'm not sure, so I shouldn't say. But I'll write a letter anyway. Okay, Tim.
Yeah, thank you. Look, we've talked about transport and rail crossings, etc., but do remember Brougham Street cuts a number of historic communities, Opawa, Waltham, Sydenham and Addington, who all have primary schools. So it's actually, the primary should be safety for all. And I don't know how many of you have spent much time watching the kids from Waltham, especially Addington, trying to get across that road. And one of the things that's happening nationally and globally is more and more people care less about the communities that they're driving through and more about getting from A to B, where they choose to live to where they choose to work. And I think we've got to change our priorities a wee bit and make that the priority over everything else. But that'll be a big mission, I suppose. But do keep that in mind.
I'm supportive of this, so thanks for bringing it, Andre. The thing with this is that Waka Kotahi NZTA's worked really closely with the community. They've worked really closely with the people in Addington over the bridge, which, you know, they're not well known for doing that.
They put a lot of effort in.
Put a huge amount of effort in, yeah. So I'd like to just keep that momentum going. Thanks.
Okay. So I'll, Yanni, yeah?
As part of the briefings that we initially received around Brougham Street, we were told that there was a whole bunch of other projects that were going to be part of the package, which was, for example, putting a cycle lane down Gasson Street as well. So just hope that, because people know, you know, the impact of putting a cycle lane across a railway track, that we are aware of those other things. And it would be quite good maybe just for us to get a sense of what part of the package around Brougham Street that we're responsible for and what one NZTA is, especially if we're asking for it to be brought
I would
forward.
almost guarantee that NZTA aren't going to put any money towards that cycleway on that street. It'll be all ours, if there is one. But let's just wait until the plan... no problem. Let's just wait until the plan comes out so we can eyeball it and have a yarn to Richard and Nat will come around and talk to us, and we'll see where we're up to.
Yeah, sorry, it's a bit like Pages Road Bridge, where there's the bridge component, which is NZTA funded, but then there's also other elements that we've put alongside it in terms of the design. So I was just wanting to make sure that we're really clear when we go to government what's in the scope of what we're requesting and what's our jurisdiction.
But we're not... Oh, yeah, okay. We're not... I don't think
the letter would go into detail about what the road needs to look like. I think we'll keep the letter broad and ask for conversation and further development.
Follow what Andre wanted. Okay, I'll put that motion. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Thank you. Aye.
Thanks, Paul.
That's carried. Okay, so now we'll do the next one on the Struttons Road, and I'm understanding that Sarah